Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see, I'm working on my TN that I have for my books that I'm reading in 2025. And the book that I have this time is Matthew Perry's autobiography, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. And I originally printed this out as a 3x4, and I realized I have things I want to say in particular about this. So I think I'm going to have to use a 3x4 card, and that requires making the photo smaller. Now, that doesn't mean like I feel less about it. I actually have, more to say about it than I did over here, I think. But this was the best I could do in order to ensure, I think, that I have the room that I need. So have the photo printed. This is 2x2. I will get out my book related items, and I'm not sure if I want a background like piece of pattern paper, cardstock or something, and then put a card on top of it, or if I'm just going to take a card and put it right on the white background. Not sure, so we'll see. All right, so I grabbed out my stuff and I quickly looked through the papers that I had. It's not a lot, but I thought I would just look and see. This is the only one that I thought maybe I might use, and I'm even not crazy about that. This is the other side, by the way. This matches quite well. However, look at the text. It goes this way, so it'd be weird to do it sideways, I think. So I doubt I'll use this, but I have it if I want it. But I think, knowing I was going to do this when I decided, I believe I bought some new 4x8 cards from Tracy Reed, and I just don't think I printed them out yet because they're not in here. But I swear I bought them, so I'm going to look at that quickly and then I'll be back. So I looked in my digital files on my computer, and I did buy stuff from Tracy Reed, but I was mistaken. They were not 4x8. They were all 3x4s and 4x6. So that's, it could work here, but now I kind of like the idea of potentially having a 4x8. So I think I'm going to pull out just my generic ones that I have and see if any of those backgrounds would fit this, because I do have all of these stickers, even have some phrase stickers here, and I have stamping. I could make that work, I think. Plus I have embellishments and other things. So maybe if I use a generic background, it would be okay. In all of my 4x8s, I think this is the best option that I found. And it's not quite the same yellow, but I think it'll be fine. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm probably going to go like this so that the yellows are at opposite ends, is probably do something like this, and I might do cardstock around the back or something just to give it some more definition. And then I'll have all this room to journal. And I have to see, I cut this at 4x8, but I don't know if it's exactly the size here. Pretty close. I just thought of something. I could cut this much closer and then just kind of center it. And it would give me more room around the edges to do my embellishment stuff, whether that's phrases or stickers or whatever. I think maybe I'm going to do that. I'm just going to cut this down a little bit more. Okay, so I've cut that down. I like that better. And even though it's white on white, it offers some definition, which I actually like. And I can do the photo right to the top edge there, and it gives me all of this room. So I basically got all of these colors here, these 4, to journal, and I'm happy about that. So that's going to be the plan. And then I almost feel like I need to put down my embellishments first, because if they, go into the design a little bit, I can journal around them. Now that's a risk, because if I screw it up, then I may have to pull up something. But I may write it out in pencil first, just to make sure it's what I want, and then go over it with my journaling pen. I don't know, we'll see, but that would help me be less scared about it. All right, so I was looking through all of my embellishment stuff and my stickers and even my cards to see what else could I use on here. And I was all excited because I thought, oh, I know I have a card that has headphones on it, and I did this as an audiobook so that I could specifically hear his voice reading to me. These are ginormous. That's way too big. So that's not going to work. But I know that I have a stamp set. It's not one of my book ones, but I know I have a stamp set that has a pair of headphones on it. And I think it's about music. It's in my entertainment stamp container thing. So I think I'm going to go in there and look, because on here, it says book, ebook, e-reader. that's like when I read, you know, on my iPad or something. That's not listening to it. So I really would like to have something that makes, like, signifies that it's an audiobook. So I think I'm going to go pull out that stamp and just see what I can do with it. So I just noticed on this stamp, it doesn't say audiobook necessarily, but it says paper, ebook, audio. I could use that. I could maybe do it right up on top or even on the side, maybe, if I wanted to get really kind of fun and do something different. That might be cool. So I think I'm going to use this one. All right, I did a test. It came out looking well, and so I decided to put it on there, and it came out just like perfectly. I couldn't really ask for better. And I realized I had never used this stamp. It was actually attached to this one that says title and author, and I did not like that. So I cut those apart. Don't come at me. But I cut those apart because I know, like, I'm more likely to use that on its own and this on its own than to use them together necessarily. So I did cut them apart. This is the other stamp set that I mentioned before, and even this is bigger than I thought. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp it and then cut around it rather than try to do it on here. I'd rather stamp and then just fussy cut to make sure that it's going to fit, and then I can kind of overlap it up top, I think, and then I can do the rest of my journaling. All right, there you have it. I stamped it and fussy cut it. Now I'm going to adhere it. And I realize that because there's some open space here on the headband part, I could color that in with a marker, like if I really wanted to. I think maybe like that is how I would like it. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so I have that done. The rest is probably just going to be journaling, and then we'll see how far I get, because if I have empty space down here, there's totally room that I could add something that overlaps down here. Okay, so I did all of my journaling there, and I had this left. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to use some of these stars because the colors match. And I tried to, like, look at the books and the other things I had, and I just don't think they fit. So I'm going to do that. And I've got this kind of hot pink one or magenta that matches that. So I think I'll just kind of go, do I want it like over here? Kind of want it overlapping maybe. So I have that. And then, yeah, those purple, they kind of match. They're not too far off. So I could do that one. This is yellow, but a little bit darker. Maybe one of the brighter ones. It'll still show up. So I think maybe, or I could even do that like over here, maybe. And then I've got the little light blue. It's lighter than this, but that's okay. Maybe just do it like that. And I like this idea too because they're stars and he was a star, at least to me. So you know what? Let's go with this one. It's kind of medium one. Then we've got like that there. I feel like I need one up here to balance it out. So I've got 4 and I like odd numbers. I could do another yellow one up there and then it kind of blends with that or brings it out more maybe. I don't know that any of these other colors are the best. Oh, well, maybe I could do that one. Let's see, how would that look? That or that? Nope, I like this one better. We're gonna go with that one. And we'll just kind of put it right. Should I overlap it? Yeah, I think that looks okay at the top there. All right, so there we go. Now I have this done. This was my 3rd book. So first one, second one, this was the 3rd one. So here's another one finished in my reading traveler's notebook. Thanks for watching.